Throughout this week, we've been talking qualitatively about the feeling that Joe Biden's presidency has turned around. We've listed the different accomplishments over the last 2, 3 months, and particularly over the last 3 to 4 weeks. But we didn't yet have anything quantitative to answer the question, is there really a turnaround happening? Is Joe Biden's approval actually increasing? And the reason we care about that is not so much as a curiosity, although it's interesting to see a president have such a low approval rating for a while and then see it recover, because what tends to happen during presidencies is there's an erosion of approval over time. What is interesting about it is its impact on the November midterms, which are now just roughly 9 weeks or so away by very, very, very rough estimate looking at the calendar. If indeed Joe Biden's approval rating continues to increase at the rate at which it has over the last 10 days, it is all of a sudden looking very bad for Republicans in November. So the first question is, what are the numbers? Well, Joe Biden's approval rating has spiked 11% in a very short period of time. Now, for those who may or may not understand the precision with which I am speaking, 11% increase is not an 11-point increase. The approval rating of Joe Biden bottomed out at 37.5 right on July 21st, and it has now gone up to 41.6%. That is, of course, not an increase of 11 percentage points, but it is an 11% increase in 1 month. That is significant. And if you see even half or 2/3 of that increase continue until November, you're going to have a quite popular Joe Biden on the day of the midterm elections, because these midterms are, in a sense, referenda on those in power, which in this case includes a Democrat in the White House, Democrats controlling the Senate, although barely, and Democrats controlling the House. The conventional wisdom would be that would be very good for Democrats. And you can tell that Biden is sort of reinvigorated in a sense. He is back on the campaign trail and starting to be visibly campaigning for Democrats running in November. Yesterday at a rally against a Trump-allied Republican in Maryland, he gave a quite good speech in which he slammed the MAGA movement as semi-fascism. And I think that that's a pretty good term. I sometimes call it wannabe fascism, wet dream fascism, authoritarian, wishing, whatever you want to call it. Joe Biden back out there. And listen, these are just empirical questions. There was the feeling that there was a turnaround. That turnaround is very much reflected. This is, and by the way, if you look, even though the number is still under 42% for Biden's approval, the rate at which it increased is significant, and we have not seen that during Biden's presidency so far. It matches essentially the quickest decline that we saw in August of 2021 as Republicans were slamming Biden for the pullout from Afghanistan, and COVID numbers were not looking good. This is as rapid an increase as we have seen a decrease during the Biden presidency, and we still have time, but it so far bodes very, very well. What if I told you there was something really easy you could do to speed up your internet at home and on the go? A lot of people don't know this, but it's possible to use more than one internet connection at the same time, combining the speed and reliability, sort of like combining your phone's mobile data with the Wi-Fi from a hotel or at a coffee shop. And our sponsor, Speedify, is what makes it possible. Speedify is the only app that can combine multiple internet sources into one bonded super connection to improve live streaming, video calling, gaming, web browsing, whatever you do online. You can use it on any of your devices: PC, Mac, iPhone, Android, Linux. You can combine your home Wi-Fi with your phone data to create a super connection that you can use at home. It runs in the background at the click of a button. It's so easy to use. You deserve faster internet right now. Lose the video buffering. Stop the dropped in the middle of an important video call issues. Go to speedify.com/Pacman. The link is down below.